It's vegan recipes with Pat and Emily.
Hi there. Today on It's Vegan, I'm going to show you how to make stinging nettle tea. I buy the leaves online. Emily sometimes just harvests them in and around her home.
That's right. Thanks, Mom, and thanks for joining me today. This is a good place to start looking for nettles. Stinging nettles like to grow on the edge of a meadow or where you mow, and they also can be found down by creeks or ponds oftentimes. And there is a little creek if you go back in here further. As I walk into this area, I can already see some stinging nettle. I will get closer. I think that stinging nettle is a little particular about its soil, so you will only find it growing where there is decent soil also. This is a stinging nettle. You can see the little hairs on it if you get real close. You can see this is about how tall it is. It will get taller and it will end up getting white flowers on it. It's recommended that you don't pick it after it flowers, but I think that's just because people want it to go to seed. If you're gonna pick this by hand, I would recommend wearing gloves. Come in here again. And even though I don't have gloves on, reach in here and grab this, and it is stinging my hand, and I would just take off like this much of the top. Well, I would have taken a few more leaves there. And if I was going to hang this to dry, I'm gonna go for this one. Give myself a little bit of stem that I could hang it upside down from. So like, again, I would come in here and I would just take these few top leaves off. You can actually eat it raw. It's not recommended because of the sting, but these brand new little baby leaves won't hurt you. It's high in vitamins and you can steam it. As long as you thoroughly cook it, it's safe to eat. I am gonna sting my arms with this nettle and I'll see how long it takes and I'll let you see. Oh, it's getting me what the reaction looks like. Also, when I make tisanes out of this, which is any kind of drink that you make using herbs instead of an actual tea plant, I often add violets because they're hydrating while nettles are drying, and thyme because I like the flavor. It's been 3 minutes and you can see I'm already starting to have a reaction on my hands. Looks like little bug bites. It might get a little worse, it might not. It's been an hour since I stung myself with the nettle, and there are a few bumps and a tiny bit of redness, but it's pretty much gone. I would like to recommend this book also if you're getting into foraging for plants. It has a lot of good recipes in it, and I am not affiliated with them in any way, but I will put the information I have for it below in case you want to check it out too. Thanks!
The reason I wanted to tell you about stinging nettle tea is if you have seasonal allergies, it may be relief for you. It's a natural antihistamine. But today I went online and I found a couple other benefits of stinging nettle tea. And this is found on facty.com. And I will actually put the link below so you can check it out all for yourself. I'm not giving medical advice. Here's their 10 benefits. Improve urinary tract health, treat skin conditions, supply amino acids, treat arthritis, aid reproductive health, improve cardiovascular health, lower blood sugar, give allergy relief, stimulate healthy hair, and number 10, boost immune and skeletal system. So let's get started. Part of today's recipe is using raw local honey. I normally don't use honey, but if you are dealing with seasonal allergies, the local honey may be a benefit to you. Also, you could use a bag to put your tea leaves in or a tea ball. However, I'm using this and it came with a Dunkin' Donuts beverage container. The water is piping hot, and I wanted to also show you what the leaves look like. I store mine in a jar, and I actually keep my recipe right on top. To start with, I'm going to put in the honey. Sweetener is optional. You could use raw cane sugar, you could use stevia, you could use maple syrup, but again, I'm making this for someone in my household who has allergies, so the local raw honey will make a difference. I also put my leaves in my strainer. Other things you could use, here's a tea ball, here's little tea bags you can buy, and here's just a mesh bag. The next thing I do is I pour the boiling hot water in my container. Now if I'm using a sweetener like I did here, I'm going to swish it around a little bit to help that start dissolving. Continue to put your boiling water in your container. Next, you just put your tea into the hot water. You will let it steep until it has cooled to room temperature. This is what the tea looks like as it's steeping. It's only been about 2 minutes. Make sure that your tea leaves are fully covered by the boiling water. Every now and then, swish your tea leaves around. All that's left to do now is strain off the leaves. You can drink it room temperature, you could heat it, or you could drink it like I do, just over some ice. This is such a mild tasting tea. Slightly sweet, again you can leave the sugar out if you want, but I think you'll like it. Let me know in the comments below, and if you have some questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them. Have an enjoyable time making this tea.